Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Nail Talk Live e-workshop, the international e-workshop here on Wednesday evenings. Today it's all about gel polish, and that's because, of course, gel polish is the product of the month of magnetic nail design. Not only of magnetic nail design in the Netherlands, but of magnetic nail design worldwide. Last week we had our first show and we had a lot of views already. A lot of distributors were watching, a lot of their clients were watching. Last Friday, the last show was also uploaded with subtitles in 17 different languages shared by our distributors. And we do all of this because we want to share our passion for nails. Loyal, loving, leading, and passionate about what we do. Tonight, as I said, it's all about gel polish, the most used product in the nail studio and also in your nail studio. And we have our Dutch queen of gel polish applications here in the studio with me to show her tips and tricks in the most done service in the nail studio, refilling of gel polish nails. So we have a lot to do. Don't hesitate to share your questions in the comments and let's get started. And also tonight we have the chance for you to do your homework and to win great prizes, prizes assembled from the products that Milene is going to show and use tonight. So, as I mentioned, the most done service in the nail studio is without a doubt the refill of gel polish nails. Milene is a trainer of magnetic nail design, and I think I met Milene about 7 to 8 years ago. She came to something that we used to organize called Have a Cup of Tea with Pepijn en May. It sounds better in Dutch, trust me. Op de thee bij Pepijn en May. Anyhow, that was like a brainstorm session doing a high tea, talking with us and nail technicians about ideas, thoughts, their talents, and sometimes product ideas or things that they would encounter and that they would need advice in. It was actually kind of the beginning of Nail Talk Live. Well, Milene came to one of these sessions and she came together with a colleague of hers. And while we were talking, May and myself, with everybody and also with Milene, she spoke about doing 200 clients a month and how she did that and how she was able to do that in a very short service time. So that really inspired me. And I contacted Milene a little bit after that meeting and I asked her first to do an interview in her salon in the northern part of the Netherlands, Hoorn, where actually Magnetic or Meliang started her company in Hoorn, which is on the very tip of the northern part of North Holland. And I asked to do an interview in her salon because I wanted to see with my own eyes how she was doing this. After this first or second meeting, actually, we got in contact again and I asked Milene if she was interested in becoming a magnetic trainer. Well, 7 years later, Milene here in the Netherlands has a lot of very loyal students. She's doing a lot of classes, especially gel polish classes, the basic education, but also Milene's masterclass, which is actually a masterclass created by Milene for people that want to work like Milene. And now she's also starting to go and travel over Holland, the Netherlands, to, for instance, Weird, which is another company, or Kaatsheuvel, which is in Brabant, also a different part of Holland. Milene is without a doubt the expert when it comes to gel polish. So together we're going to guide you through to this service. So hello Milene, nice that you're here. Are you a little bit excited?
Yeah, let's make some fun. We are going to do the refill.
Yeah, so the refill. How much time do you allocate in your salon when you plan your clients?
I plan an hour, but most of the time, 45 minutes, I'm done with the refill. In that 15 minutes, I make a little easy nail art, or I do something like a cup of coffee, or I eat some lunch. But most of the time, full color, or French, thin French, 45 minutes. Fade, new appointment, and 45 minutes, yeah.
So Milena actually books every client in at the 1 hour mark. That enables her also to use the bathroom and have a little something to eat because she actually needs between 40 and 50 minutes to do the service. Whether that's a thin French, whether it's an easy nail art, whether it's a gel polish application, it's all done within those 40 to 50 minutes. And Milan, of course, regional pricing is different, but on average, what does a client pay in your salon for a service that takes 50 minutes?
50 euros.
So that means €1 a minute. I mean, that's a good goal, don't you agree with me? That's
Yeah.
a good goal to aim to.
Yeah, and most of the time they buy some cuticle oil or they want some easy nail art or a thin French. And then above the 50 euros comes 10, 15 euros extra. So that's nice.
I already have my first question, and this question is from Azra. And Azra asks, do you do the e-manicure for each client?
No, e-manicure I book separated. All my appointments are with the Easy Prep. If they want a combi manicure, do I explain the question well?
Yes.
Understand the question well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the most of the time I do refill with an Easy Prep because it's very popular because they are standing 40, 45 minutes they're standing outside with nice salon nails. And the combi manicure takes 15 minutes extra and they pay then 20 euros extra. So that's our other appointments. Yeah.
And percentages wise, how many clients choose to have the combi manicure done?
30, I think.
30% chooses
Yeah.
the combi manicure, so
Yeah.
paying 70 euros
Yeah.
for the refill and the combi manicure. And then you need about an hour and 10 minutes, something
Yeah.
like that?
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I do the fast and now not easy, but the fast combi manicure. So yeah, time is money. So huppatee.
Tonight, Milena is going to show us her version of the easy manicure, the easy prep. So that coincides with the question that I see here from somebody whose name I cannot read. So Milena is going to do the easy prep and you will see how she does that. The combi manicure, that was very interesting because last Monday, Milena was also doing an e-workshop, but for the Dutch people. And then she explained that sometimes when clients, they love already the nails that Milena makes, the gel polish nails, so they don't always feel the necessity of having to do a combi manicure. But if they go, for instance, on holiday, they need to stay away an extra week, then they choose to do the combi manicure just to elongate the quality of the nail surface a little bit longer. Am I right?
Yeah, the clients are saying, I'm already, the nails are beautiful. What can be more beautiful than? Yeah, the combi manicure, but they are already excited about the nails that I made. So they are happy with it. So good is good. Good is good enough. Yeah.
I think that's an important thing. Good is good enough, because that is the key to creating consistent nails that are making your clients happy without having to spend 3, 4, 5 hours trying to get to the extreme perfection. The question about the easy prep was asked by Trevor. Hello, Trevor. Thank you for explaining your name in English. That makes it a little bit more helpful. Although now I see that Magnetic Yerevan, Armine, is also online, I need more explanation than only a name here, because even the signs look like almost like a storybook. Anyhow, we're going to start, and let's first examine the nails. I think that's important. We have a model, and her nails are about 3 weeks old.
Yes. 3 weeks old are the nails, are. And so you can see the middle finger is, broke. Is a little hoekje eraf. How do you call it?
So she broke a little corner off of her nail. There's an outgrowth of about 3 weeks. We can see that it's about 2.5 to 3 millimeters.
Yeah. And in the salon, I will take the power gel to fix it. But you can also think, yeah, I can fix it, but I can also shorten the nail. And that's easy, fast, just what the clients also wants. So I ask, what do you want? Shall I fix it? or shall I shorten the nails? And then they make a decision, and I will do that because I listened very well.
So sometimes the clients, when they break a little corner or lose a little corner of the nails, then the question is, are we going to recreate this and correct the broken corner, or are we just going to shorten the nails a little bit so that we lose the broken corner and we can still make the straight nail? And in Holland, short to medium length nails are the nails that are worn by the ladies, not the super long nails. So short to medium short nails. And also, Milene, in your salon, you have a lot of women. They also prefer not a super, super long nail, huh?
I have also 70-30, I think. 70 the normal nail and 30% some a little bit longer nails.
And
Yeah.
is it always the natural nail?
Always a natural nail. I don't do new sets anymore. No. Also of always the natural nail. Yeah.
And Trevor is asking, if you choose to correct the broken corner, would you do that with fiber gel?
No, I prefer the power gel. I love the power gel. Yeah.
And would you then apply a form, or would you work freehand?
It depends. Mostly by form, but if it's a little small corner, then I only use a wooden stick, for example. Also, yeah.
Okay, and here also a comment from Mie-Marie from Sweden. Hello, Mie-Marie. My client says that when they do the combi manicure, it's the same feeling as when you use the dental floss, and I agree. When I go to the hygienist for the mouth hygienist, the dentist, but not the dentist, but the person that cleans your teeth, it feels like cleaning your teeth in the pockets. It's a little bit getting used to. Let's go to the nails, because we have to be careful that it doesn't get too late. It's already almost 8:15. Milene, how are you going to start?
We are going to start. First, I'm going to remove the old product, and I use my new
Vortex bit, that's the Vortex
you.
sphere bit.
yes, that's my new favorite. And I use it, for every product, for the gel polish, all different biobs, the blushes, everything I do with this new, favorite.
And the Vortex bit is a bit that can be used by left-handed and right-handed nail technicians, and is super fast. It's a coarse bit, and that makes it easy also to remove blushes off of the nail, because blushes can be a little bit sturdy when filing, a little bit difficult, but with this bit it goes amazingly. And the model is actually our Anouk, for the people who know Anouk. And Anouk is wearing blushes. So we need a coarse bit.
Yeah. So I'm going to remove the old product, but I don't remove everything. For example, I'm going to file, but this is for a voorbeeld. If you put a stip here with a pencil, you're going to file around the apex to remove the old product.
So in a horseshoe shape.
Yeah.
Een hoefijzer.
Yeah, precies.
A horseshoe shape.
Yeah.
So you do not really touch the center of the nail.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So you don't have to remove everything. If there's no lifting between of under the product and the natural nail, then you don't have to remove everything. But I will show you. I'm better in praktijk dan theorie.
Milene prefers hands-on instead of the theoretical side of it. And she has to get used to doing it in English, which is totally fine, because I'm here to help her. And also I sometimes have to think about using and choosing the correct words. I see here a very funny comment of Pernilla, but not all people like the dentist, so it's good that they come to us for a better experience. And Trevor said that he once did nails on somebody with a total manicuring surface, and she said the nails feel strangely clean, which I also understand. But today it's about gel polish and about Milene. So, let's get started.
Okay. I'm going to start always with the pinky nail. And I remove first the front.
Yeah. Can we perhaps have a look on also the side view? So you file from the apex downwards.
Yes. Then I turn over to the right.
And now back to top shot, because now we can see that you go around the apex.
Yes, only the product. So I don't come near to the natural nail. Then I'll take the left side. And then when I think I'm almost done,
Yeah,
I go very gentle over
connecting
the apex.
everything.
Yeah.
So then you connect everything
Yeah.
and you smooth the apex, otherwise it would be a very strange hump in the middle.
Yes.
When are you shortening the nails?
After this.
After this, okay.
First, I remove every 10 nails, the old products. Then I remove the length, then I shorten the nails, I mean. And then I push the cuticle back.
Yeah, that's funny because I prefer to do the same thing because I want to see where the hyponychium is when I start to shorten the natural nail. Because sometimes people, like May, whose nails I used to do, she has a longer hyponychium on the middle finger. So then when I see where the hyponychium is, I can shorten it to that hyponychium and then adjust the length of the other nails so that when they're gel polished, they all look the same.
So I will do it slowly because otherwise you cannot good see what I am doing. In my salon, I work always on turbo. So fast, yeah.
Yeah, quickly.
Quickly.
So at what RPM is the machine? What is the speed of the
Full
machine?
out.
Full out?
Yeah.
So it's a 30,000 RPM because it's the Revolution file, which is the top quality, best file that we have. That's also why Milene is not using the dust caps, because with the Revolution file that's not necessary, but it is necessary when you use the Kickoff 3. Let's go to Speedy Gonzalez.
Yes. Can I go my own speed?
Yes, of course. So you can see that she still works in the same method. First thinning out the free edge, then the horseshoe shape from the right side to the left side, and then blending everything together. And also blending in the old product near the natural nail, and now connecting everything by going from the cuticle line towards the free edge, never touching the natural nail, of course.
No, I do that with the hand file and the prep bit.
The machine is on full force, so it's a top speed 30,000 RPM, because that was not completely clear. And here we see it again. So going downward, I'll continue. It's fun to see how somebody does this. So we see a little bit of lifting in the left corner, because of course the natural nail broke. Again the horseshoe shape. And now blending everything together. So when you do this in the salon, in Dutch we say werken en praten tegelijkertijd. So work and talk at the same time. Don't stop working when you want to talk with your client. Just continue and talk with them.
I also tell the clients when I work, I listen, but I don't look at you. So I listen, but I don't look.
Trevor is asking, any tips for if the e-file jumps when filing the nail? So you mean that it does this? Well, a tip could be turning up the RPM, so speeding it up, doing it faster, and really just smoothly go over the nail. Don't put any pressure on the nail, just let the E-bit do its work, and then you will feel the surface of the nail underneath your bit, and you don't jump, but you stay on the nail. If the bit continues to jump, then have a look at the bit. Take a piece of white paper. Hold your bit like this, in front of the white paper, your handpiece, rotating, and check to see if the bit is still straight, or is it perhaps a little bit crooked? Because if it's crooked, then it keeps on hitting the nail, and you see that when you hold it up against a piece of white paper while it's rotating.
So I get a little bit of dusty here. Ooh, almost my hand glove. So this is what I do with the e-file, and the rest I will do by hand file and the prep bit.
A good question from Trevor. When you use the e-file, are you going... Milene is sitting over there, that's why I'm looking over there. Otherwise you think, why am I not looking at you? When you are using the e-file, are you going in an up and down motion, or going down and lifting off the nail, more like peeling?
No, not peeling.
So you go,
Straight ahead.
yeah. So you keep contact up and down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Up and down. And when you're done with up and down, you go up and down. I will show you. Up and down,
Yeah, a little bit lower, then we can
Oh,
have
sorry.
a look. Yeah,
like
Yeah.
this.
yeah.
Then I go like that.
So now you go upwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then over the apex, easily, gently. And then I take the hand file.
Okay, so Trevor, I just want to, so while you file the body of the nail, you use your file going from up, down, following like this. But when you go up the nail in the horseshoe pattern, you go lift it off the nail, like this. So it's lifting off of the nail. Then you don't push it down, because otherwise you can thin out your sidewall lines too much. Very good question. I have a question also for Maggie. Do you also use the Vortex bit when you remove only gel polish?
Yeah, but underneath the gel polish, there is a builder in the bottle
Yeah.
underneath. So yes, I prefer this bit. Yeah.
There are a lot of people wanting you to do their nails in the comments. So you have to look in the comments and then book all of your new clients,
I've got a
Milena.
new price, not 50, but 70 euros.
Okay, I was
Okay.
just looking at the comments. So we're going to the next step. Already the hand is filed. We are 6 minutes in the procedure while talking a lot.
Kijk.
So 5 minutes and we are to the hand file.
Okay, first I go shortening the nail.
Using a 180 grit file.
Yes, I'm sorry, the hygienic system 180. Yes.
Do you always use the 180 grit?
Yes, I prefer the 180. Sometimes by blush I take 150, but yeah, I prefer the 180. Yeah.
And of course, when you use the hygienic file system, the file grit is always new, so it goes relatively fast. So shortening the nails and now
Yeah.
correcting the side walls.
Yes, correcting the side walls. Yeah, you have to take the right
Yeah, the
side
straight
of-
side of
yes.
the file.
But I'm so used to use every corner of the file that I don't look actually of.
How you hold it,
Yeah.
you're just using it.
I'm sorry.
That sounds very familiar because I do the same. Trevor is asking, is it better to use the hand file to remove the length rather than the drill bit? Well, that's very personal.
Yeah, that's very personal. I don't like to remove it with with the electric file. Yeah, I'm used to do it with the hand file. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
my
personal
thing, yeah.
preference. And of course, when you already thin out the surface of the nail, then there's only natural nail with a little bit of product left. So it goes very quickly when you use the hand file. And I always, even when I shorten with the E-file, I always need the hand file just to make it perfectly straight. There's a question also from Soraya. How much time does Milena need to do a refill? We spoke about that in the beginning of the show. Milena needs between 40 to 50 minutes to do a refill with gel polish or a thin French or an easy nail art. So 40 to 50 minutes and charges 50 euros to do this service. Yeah,
Can I continue?
yes, of course, you can always continue.
Okay. I've shortened the nail. Then I go to the left side and I'm going to blend with the hand file the old product in the natural nail.
Yeah, so you're going to blend the old bulk of the product into the natural nail.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
There's
my
also
English.
still a little bit of shine there of the top gel, so we can
Yeah.
see where the areas that you need to file.
Yeah. My English is not so very well, so I hope I can explain it good. I'm taking over the file for the right side. And I look around the nail from every side.
And you leave a little bit of product on the natural nail as the base for your future surface.
Exactly.
So you don't need to remove all of the artificial product in order for the nails to breathe.
No. No.
The nails don't have lungs, so they don't need to breathe. And when you leave a little bit of the product on the natural nail, it also keeps on protecting the natural nail. We often see that people use artificial systems to replace the natural nail, while actually they are meant to protect the natural nail and to have the natural nail grow out to the desired length.
Okay, I've blended a little bit of the old product in a natural nail, but I will show it to you how I do it. And I am checking, well, I am blending. I do everything at the same time. I also check the lower arches, if they are straight, and also the other side. And then I go further to blend the natural nail, the old product in a natural nail. And I do it very softly because you're working with a natural nail. And as you can see, I remove the old product and I've blended in the natural nail. So if you look now from the sides,
Yeah, angle, yeah.
you see the apex.
Yeah,
And when I'm putting my product on, then I will fill it up around the apex. But I will show you how I do that. Because if I remove everything, I must build the apex. But if I laat het product hier zitten,
if you let some of the product remain at the apex,
thank you, then I can put on the
almost
product.
wrap it around
Yeah,
the apex.
Wrap it around the apex. That's the good explanation. Yeah, thank you, Pepijn.
People love your English. It's perfectly fine, Pernilla says. And also Maggie agrees, and a lot of people agree. Henriette says that she loves the vortex bit because it really eliminates heat buildup, as does Emela say from Bosnia. And Armine already also says something, but I cannot read it. And Pernilla says that you will not be disappointed when you use the vortex bit.
No, it's my very new favorite.
And Evelyn is asking, is the 180 grit not too coarse for the natural nail? Well, Evelyn, good question. If you don't use too much pressure, I pronounce that strange. If you do not use too much pressure, 180 grit is perfectly fine to use on the natural nail.
Yeah, play the violin.
Milene calls this playing the violin. So you're holding the file. Gil, put me in hello, I'm here. So you're holding the file almost like you're a violinist. So between your fingers, very lightly, very breezy. Sometimes even Milene told me last Monday, so lightly that sometimes even the file falls out of her hands or from the hands of her students, because she really wants to almost flutter over the nail and not push on the nail.
Oh, I will show you what I also do. If I think the nail is done with filing. Hier hadden we het net over.
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
I
yeah.
push the file straight.
Straight under the free edge.
Yes. And I make this.
So you slightly angle the file just to soften the corners.
Yeah, and to make, if there's a difference between left and right.
Yeah.
When I put the file underneath the nail and I push it a little up. A little, not for de hoekjes van de nagel.
Mm-hmm.
But just to little correct the lower arches. I think that's
Yeah,
what I
so
mean.
you want to correct the corners, the lower corners of the lower arches. Because if you have here the lower arches of the nail, like this, sometimes, I'll put it a little bit crooked, so sometimes the corners are perpendicular to themselves, sometimes they're a little bit crooked. And with this technique, you can just bring them together and create a symmetry. And that is where the nail file went to. Off screen, the nail file flew through the studio, but she has it back in her hand.
I'm sorry. This is the middle nail who has the broken corner. Yeah, we don't have power gel here to fix it, but you can also say to your client, we can fix it, but we can also choose for shortening the nail.
If
If
you
you-
would choose to fix it,
Yeah, I would just...
is there a price for
Yes,
that?
3 till 5 euros.
Okay.
If it's a little corner, 3. If it's you use a nail form, then 5. And yeah, dan kan je tellen. If you want to fix 3 nails, then it's 15 euros above.
On top of the 50, and if they then want to do a combi manicure, another 20. So it's like 85 euros to do that treatment. And then I understand that some clients will say, no, you know what, just shorten them a little bit.
Yeah, but most of the time there's some little corner broken, but not 3 or 4 nails, because then you have to choose another nail stylist.
That's true. It is also true that most of the clients that are wearing gel polish are wearing gel polish on their natural nails. The natural nails, even when you enforce them with a base, a builder gel, when it's a natural nail overlay, there's always a maximum length that the natural nails can achieve without twisting and turning or going very much downward or upward. So a beautiful natural nail has a certain maximal length. And that maximal length is normally also the length that if they break a corner, it goes back to that length or a little bit shorter. So by the time they come back for another refill, the nails will be again at that perfect length-wise moment. In the salon of Milene also prefers to work when a client comes in for the first time on the natural nails and then have the natural nails grow into the desired length and the desired shape in about 3 to 4 treatments. So that translates to 9 to 12 weeks before the clients have their final end result. The clients are actually super proud of their nails because it's their own nails that have grown to that perfect shape and length. So Milene uses the reaction of the client to make it more efficient in her salon to be able to do 8 to 10 clients a day, earning quite good wages. So that's going well. How far along are you, Milene? Because we're already now another 8 minutes later.
Yeah, and I do it slowly. What you were just telling about the length of the natural nails. If the people are watching on my Instagram page,
Yeah.
you will see nails. Yeah, some of the trainings are the extreme nail shapes are power gel, but the salon nails you see on my Instagram page
Yeah.
are no kunstnagels.
Those are not artificial nails, but they are natural nails with gel polish.
Yes, with
Building
fiber
base.
coat or building base or rubber base.
And what is your Insta page?
Milene Imming, magnetic trainer.
Milene Imming, magnetic trainer. So check out her Insta page and then you see the quality of nails that Milene creates in her nail studio. I have a question from Trevor. When somebody breaks a nail or a nail chips within a week, is this a part of your guarantee? Do you fix it for free or do you always charge a fee?
No, I don't always I don't always charge it. Luckily, they not often come back to the salon in the week. But if they are coming back for 1 or 2 nails because they were not handy with the clip of the auto, what do you call it?
With the hood of the car?
Yes. Then I fix it for free because the clients are coming back every 3 to 4 weeks. They are loyal. They are paying your, how do you call it, salary. So it doesn't get often. So yeah, then I'm taking that as a service. And if it's in the 1 week or 2, if they're coming back in 2 weeks, then I also see it as a loyalty.
The same goes for me, and I also always advise that if you are correct in the way you do the nails and the diet and doing the correct analysis of the nail before you apply artificial products, so you choose the correct product, you decide with your client the desired length, and you go towards that desired length, and you see each other every 3 to 4 weeks, then it should be part of the service. But if a client often breaks a nail or chips a nail, then they need to start paying for it.
Yes.
That's why it's always important that you have your price list behind you so that the clients can see while you are doing their nails what the price of a repair would be or what the price of an additional service is. On the one hand, because they will ask, what is that? On the other hand, because if you then tell them, well, this one is on me, then they know its value. And talking about value, of course, the prices that we are mentioning today are the prices as are on the high side in the Dutch market, here in the Netherlands. Of course, if you're in a different country with a different economical situation, then those prices may vary. They go either upward or downward. Important is that the price paid for the service is a correct price for a service done by a professional. Jaap mentioned this also in the comments, but I mentioned that also in the beginning of the show. So prices is just an indication that you need to compare to your own situations and markets, of course. So Milène, you're fixing the last nails?
Yes. I'm going to remove some dust because I was black and now I'm gray. And I'm going to get a last eye on it, to see with by eye if they are almost the same.
Yeah.
I don't use a nail form to
Measure.
Yes, because you don't have time for that. If you must be able to do a set in 45 minutes, you don't have time for what do you call it?
Compare the nails.
Yes. So you do it by eye.
Yeah. And what you also see is that Milène does this checking to see whether they are similar in length and in shape when they are all done, and then comparing them to each other. So don't do this per nail. So I
No.
finish this nail, then I do the second nail, and then I compare this nail to this nail, and then I go like this. And then I do this nail, and then out of the corner of my eye, I'm filing here, I see that here it's a little bit too thick, so I go back to this nail, and then I go back to this nail, and then I go like this, and then I go like this, and then I go to the fourth, because then you lose time.
Yes.
Trust your body. This is your instrument. Trust your eye. Trust your education and your level of professionality. And then when you double check at the end, you can do the minor corrections that are needed to make a comparable set of nails, an equal set of nails. Okay, so now the filing is done.
Yes. And now I'm going to use the cuticle pusher to push the cuticle back. I spray some prep and wipe to loosen it. Got some dust in my eye.
Ooh.
I always start by the pinky. You do it softly, and I roll it. And when it's loose, it's loose.
So the system is always start at the same finger, in this case the little finger, spray a little bit of prep and wipe. Prep and wipe works almost like a lubricant between the natural nail and the cuticle, enabling you to use your pusher to softly, gently loosen the cuticle and making the space on the natural nail for the next step in cleaning.
Yes. And now I'm going to use the prep bit. For an easy prep, I use the prep bit. If I do a combi manicure, then I use the precision prep bit, because the precision prep bit has grit above it.
On top of it?
Yeah, on top of it. Zal ik het laten zien? Of,
Yeah, that's
okay. I will show you. By the easy prep, I use the prep bit because above there is no grit. I don't know if you can see it on.
Yeah, it's
The prep
difficult
bit?
to see, but if you hold it and the light
Like
reflects,
this.
and now you see
Yeah.
that it's smooth on the
Yeah.
top surface.
And because it's smooth, you get a smooth cuticle if you don't have to cut it. If I use the precision prep bit, you can see that on top of it there is a little grit.
Yeah.
And if there is grit, you create velletjes.
Yeah, then you can damage the skin a little bit, or exfoliating the top layer of the skin, and that results to little nicks of skin that you then have to cut. So using the smooth prep bit, just pushed against the cuticle, it softens, it doesn't interact with the cuticle. It
Yeah.
only removes the cuticle underneath on top of the natural nail surface.
And if I am using the precision prep bit, then you buy the combi manicure. Of sale, hoe? Nee?
Yeah, if you use the precision prep bit, the one with the grid on top of the surface, then you're doing the combi manicure and the client is also going to pay for the combi manicure.
Okay, I'm right-handed. With the combi manicure or the basic training from the Natural Nail Basics, you learned to the left side to forward and the right side on reverse.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Now in my salon, I am right-handed and I use the forward stand and then I go right under. So if you're left-handed, you start here, but I'm right-handed, so I'm starting right under on the forward stand and then I follow the cuticle to the end.
So you're not switching between forward
No.
and reverse. You're just using the forward position and go from the right corner to
Exactly.
the left corner.
Because that takes time and yeah, you know, time is money. So I will show you. Everything I do is by feeling. So the prep bit, it's just like cooking. If you put it full out, that's too much. Too soft, it's too soft. But in between, like this, I think 15,000, 10,000 straight
Yeah,
away from the kick.
between 10 and 15,000
Yeah.
RPM.
That's okay. With my left hand, that is my steunhand.
Your support.
My middle finger puts the skin of the finger away. And it goes like this. Softly, not pushing on the nail, but I softly pushing in the cuticles upwards.
Perhaps using the top shot for a little bit. Side shot, sorry. Yeah.
I'll do it again. When I go here by the cuticle, by the sinus, then I push a little upwards, but not downwards. Like this. And then you get a
Oh, you
clean-
see the cuticle falling away. And of course, we need to remove this non-living tissue in order to prevent lifting or any surface breakdown.
You see how easy and gentle and clean
And quick.
and quick, yeah.
Let's do it again. Top shot. Yeah. Now, you can see you're really using your bit almost as fast as it moves itself.
Yeah.
Going from right to left.
And if you see something, then you can do it again. Till you think, yeah, it's gently smooth and
And this
clean.
is also very comfortable. It's not an inconvenience.
No,
It's just very soft and easy. And also people are saying lovely. Alexander says very nice and smooth. Love it, Amber says. Linda says love this way to prep the nails. It's super fast, Magda says also in the comments. And translations as well. But never skip on the prep. Do a proper prep in order to elongate the durability of your surface. And to have a better application of the gel polish color, of course, but that's a little bit later. And already at the thumbnail, the cuticle at the thumb is always a little bit more sensitive for clients and a little bit more stuck, and there's a bigger surface. So just take your time to do this.
and if I see something like a velletje,
Yeah, a little bit of skin.
a little bit of skin, then I use, with the Easy Prep, I use the cuticle
Nipper.
nipper. Yeah.
Not the cuticle scissors, but the cuticle nipper.
Yeah, I prefer that, but yeah, that's what I prefer. So
Yes, everybody is
everything-
different when it comes to their cuticle tools. Gemma is asking, Milene, is Bo your model again? No, Gemma, our model today is Anouk, and Anouk is my colleague, our HR manager, and she's willing to sacrifice her evening and be a model. She's been a model more often in the last years, but not enough. She has beautiful nails to work on. I love this way, Diani says, and people are translating. So, okay.
Bo is working in the nail salon.
Oh, really? Is she
Yeah.
doing clients?
Yeah. I remove the cuticle with the prep bit. So now I remove the dust. But first, I remove the dust first. I forgot my dispenser, but
Do you want me to give you a dispenser?
okay, I have a prep and wipe spray. So I prefer a dispenser in
I
my
have it
salon.
here. Oh, sorry, I'm walking in front of this. Hello. Here we go.
That's live television. Thank you. I use the dispenser to remove the dust. I love it.
So the Silky Smooth brush, together with Prep and Wipe, a trick to remove, on the one hand, dehydrate the nail plate, and on the other hand, to remove any dust left on the
Yeah.
nails. It is important to clean your pump dispenser at the end of the day, though, because otherwise it gets clogged and full with dust.
Yeah.
You can take the little cap out of the pump dispenser, you can pull it off, then you can clean it with a wipe, clean the actual pushing, the fingertip part, and then you can put it back. Be careful that it doesn't spritz in your eye, and then it's perfectly clean every single time you do clients. And this was the Silky Smooth brush, Gusta.
Okay. Before I do the gel application,
Yeah.
I use the cuticle pusher. And the cuticle pusher, I'm going to dumble it in the prep and wipe. So the cuticle pusher is wet.
Yeah.
Then I push the cuticle back.
So you just let a little bit of Prep and Wipe in your cuticle pusher, just
Yeah.
to help with pushing back the cuticle a little bit back again.
Yeah.
Iris is asking, but if your client already has very sensitive nails and cuticles with little skin, sensitive skin, when it's damaged, what do you do at that moment? Well, Iris, then you just make sure that you stay in control. Be very soft, very gentle, and perhaps using a cuticle remover would be good at that moment. But a cuticle remover, Seduction cuticle remover, is a product with an important guideline when you use it. You apply it on the nail surface, you let it work for 1 minute, after which you remove it with running water and do not touch the eye. So tell your clients, don't touch your eyes. It exfoliates the skin and it gets rid of all those tiny little bits of skin. And when the nails are very sensitive, it still removes also the cuticle from the natural nail. But rinse it off with running water, warm water, and do not touch the eyes because it can be very harmful if you're not using it correctly. Lisette is asking, Pepijn, don't you just bring the dust to a different place? Do you just move the dust instead of taking it away? Well, it gets into the Silky Smooth while you brush, so it really gets off of the nail surface.
Yeah, and every day you also clean the nail brush. You clean the...
Silky Smooth?
Yeah?
Yeah, so you clean the pump dispenser and you clean the
Yeah.
Silky Smooth.
Yeah.
And how do you clean the Silky Smooth?
In de dingetje.
In the
Ultrasound,
disinfectant.
yeah.
The ultrasound and the disinfectant.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we are done with the cuticle. If they have sensitive skin, even terug op wat je net zei.
Ja.
When you remove the dust with the Silky Smooth and they have sensitive skin, I prefer then a wipe with a little bit prep of wipe, and then I remove it like this. So you don't have to touch the skin with all prep and wipe if they all gevoelig, sensitive.
If the skin is sensitive, just use a nail wipe with Prep and Wipe. So this is a perfect, easy prep. Magda says we are now at the 8:49 minutes, so 8:50. That means that we've done now, what did we do? We talked a lot. We did a lot of questions already, but we took down the length of the natural, well, first we took down the product on the natural nail, then we shortened the natural nails, we corrected the shape of the natural nail, we did the easy prep of the natural nail, we pushed back the cuticle again to make more space for the gel application, we dehydrated the natural nail, and now it's time to do the gel polish bond.
Yes, thank you. I use the gel polish bond. Shake it. Thin, work very thin on the nail, not on the skin. And I prefer the bond some 10 seconds in the twin light. I think it's getting a little bit sticky then. And I'm used to do that, so I also, I always, when I use bond, I tell the clients, "Hup," I don't tell, I point my finger and they are listening to my finger.
So the question is, why are you using the gel polish bond, not the primer? Well, both products are actually similar in workability and characteristics. The gel polish bond is part of the gel polish system. This is a gel polish show, but you could also use the soft bond primer. While these nails are just curing, because Milène prefers psychologically her clients think that when the bottles come out of the drawer, that they need to go in the light. So instead of saying, oh no, gel polish bond is air drying, she just lets them go in the light, because then at least the nails are safe and she can get on and prepare for the next step. While she's doing this, I'm going to go through the homework with you, but because also this week you are able to create your homework doing the most done surface in the nail studio, of course using magnetic products. The homework is tonight, make a screenshot for reference. The homework assignment is perform the refill of the gel polish nails as shown by Milène using a difficult color. And a difficult color can be, for instance, a red color, but also a pastel shade, perhaps white. So a color that you don't really feel super comfortable with. A difficult color, because you as a professional nail technician should be able to use any color. But that's not the whole thing. Apply the gel polish perfectly and tight around the cuticles, but also create an easy nail art design on 2 nails. Pace yourself, work efficiently, and challenge yourself. So that's quite a challenge. So for this homework, you have, as normal, 2 weeks to complete. So that means until January 31st. Then you use the link that you can find in the album in the International Nail Talk Live group at the top of the album, and you find the link in the album Gel Polish in Refill. If something needs improvement, Jessica will contact you, our top international trainer, and you will get another chance to participate. Do not forget to submit your step-by-step photos and one final photo showing all your homework together. And perhaps it's also fun if you state from which country you are, because then we can also mention that. If you do all of this and the work is perfectly done, then you will receive your e-certificate from this e-workshop and you have a chance to win this prize. And these are the Mont Blanc Blue and the Broke But Happy gel polishes, 2 beautiful blue shades. The Perfect Polisher, an invention from Miranda from the Export and now Education Department, Liner Gel White, a paper palette book, and of course the gold foil, because we now already see what Milène is going to use a little bit later on in the show. We have more e-workshops for you coming. Next week, Joanna from Ireland, or originally from Poland, but now from Ireland. And what's the deal with that? I will ask her next week. But Joanna is coming to do ombre designs, fading designs with different gel polishes and different glass gel polishes, different effects, glitters, acrylic powder. So if you have any difficulty with ombre, or do you want to just make your ombre even more perfect, Joanna will show me and you how to do this. And we're finishing the month of January with Jessica, our Queen of Nail Art and our Nail Talk Live homework expert. But Jessica will be here to do gel polish art basics. So she's going to show us how to use gel polishes for nail art on a basic, well, in Jessica's case, basic is medium-high basic level. So then you can open up the use of your gel polishes to a whole different generation of possibilities. So that's the month of January, our first month of International Nail Talk Live. And the whole month has been done around the product of the month, which is gel polish by Magnetic. Gel polish, we have hundreds of colors. Here you see the Cash Glitter, a beautiful green color. And in the whole month of January, you can shop gel polish colors with 20% discount at every Magnetic location worldwide. If you want to see where your nearest distributor is, go to the website magneticnaildesign.com and go to the distributor page, and you will see every distributor categorized by country. Isn't that convenient? For these international distributors, we are also translating this show, and this show will be a little bit more complicated to translate. I just heard in my ear, because we also have to translate some of the Dutch words. But on Friday, we have this show also available with subtitles in 17 plus languages. Well, that's great, and that's super, because that is really the future, that we can really share our knowledge and, as I mentioned, our passion for nails in these Nail Talk Live shows. And I hope that you will also share your passion and show us what you are creating based on the inspiration that we give you during these classes, free seminars about products and different techniques. For now, I think that I've done my little run of information. Let's run back to the tech table and see the next step. Gel polish bond is now dry, and now comes cover building base.
Okay, I'm going to apply a first thin layer every 10 nails, or now 5. So the thin layer, I have shaken my product. I'm using the building base cover. Building base cover you have to work quickly with, because otherwise your cuticles are drowning. The first layer, not too thin, but not too much of products. So I'm going to striking off the question.
So you're cleaning the brush alongside one side of the bottle.
This is the back. I don't use the back. And this is in front. A little drop. I always apply the builders or the color or the top gel around the apex. Always. So if I push it, if I apply it near the cuticle, then I apply it in the cuticle. So to be safe, I always apply the first drop of product like this.
Yeah. So a little bit at the apex area, and then you work your way from there towards the cuticle.
Yes. So the first layer is not that difficult. I'm going to apply near the cuticle.
Yeah, perhaps to top shot, because then we can see how close you get there.
I go
And a
to
little
the
bit
right.
to the center, please.
Oh, andere kant.
That's the other way.
I'm sorry.
So you're just smoothing the surface now and applying a thin coat.
Yeah, and when I'm near the cuticle, I put a little pressure, so my hair from de haren van het kwastje,
Yeah, the hair of the brush.
dat ze gaan waaieren.
Well, when Milene goes towards the cuticle, let's have a look at it, because then we can probably see it. The hairs of the brush fan out around the cuticle. That's also because, of course, the brush of the magnetic gel polish is just perfect. Have a look at that brush. It's an oval brush, so that it completely fits the size and the shape of the cuticle. And then with the next nail, I will emphasize when the brush fans out, because then you can see that it perfectly matches the curvature of the cuticle, making the gel polish and the building gel application super easy. And that's also why we now created the perfect polisher in exactly the same shape. So we'll have another look. So
Yes.
first, the kiss on the nail, as Lydie calls it.
Yeah, the ring finger is a better example. So the back of the brush is clean, and here I have my drop,
Yeah.
and I'll give the nail a little kiss.
Yeah.
Then I apply it near the cuticle,
And it fans out.
yes, I go to the right, and softly, with no pressure, to the,
Left side and downwards.
yes, vrije rand.
To the free edge of the
Free
nail.
edge, yeah. Apply it in the lamp. I always tell my clients, when I apply the product, straight ahead in the lamp. Don't look, don't talk, don't push the glasses on your nose back. I apply the product, hup, in the lamp. Mag eruit.
And of course, you only need 10, 15 seconds to freeze this transparent coat, semi-transparent coat of gel polish building base. Let's have another look, perhaps now from the side shot.
Now I do only one hand, but when I do my clients 2 hands in the salon, I started with the pinky, goes in the lamp. I take the other pink, goes in the lamp, ring finger left, ring finger
So
right.
work on
So,
two hands
yes.
simultaneously.
Yes. Nail for
Deborah,
nail.
yeah, nail for nail. Deborah also says in the comments, whether you work on small or wider nails, this brush touches the complete nail perfectly. And as we can see, so fanning out the brush, going alongside the lower arch or the sidewall line, and then smoothing gently the surface of the nail with a feathering motion. Let the gel building base do its own work and then cure for just a couple of seconds, or do the other nail, as Milena mentioned, pinky, pinky, ring, ring, middle, middle, index, index, thumb, thumb, and back.
So you give him a kiss. Cuticle, right. Over the free edge, back to the cuticle. Over the left, to the free edge. And when you're done, you're done. And it goes in the lab.
Yeah, and Trevor says in the comments, oh my God, they always look at the nail, checking whether or not you did a good job before they go in the light. Well, then hit them.
Yeah.
Puff.
Hoppata.
Yeah. Check the nail when I'm getting out of the light.
Well, the thumb is a little bigger, so apply 2 kisses.
Oh, it's a little hard. And now you use really the brush to its optimum size, really angling it out, widening the hair, and just doing exactly the same thing again.
Yeah.
And already it was mentioned in the comments that your model has a beautiful nail bed. Well, she has a beautiful nail bed. But don't forget that there's a little bit of artificial product in the middle part of the nail, forming the base structure for the next application. And the next application is a little bit more difficult to explain / show, because we have the apex in the middle, and now Milena is going to wrap the product around the apex, Milena.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully I can show it and explain it to you how I do it, because in Dutch, then I can say, yeah, you do it like this, that, and that. But in English, I don't know how to explain it right to you that you understand what I mean. So I hope I can show it to you.
I'm sure you can show it to us.
The ring finger is a little bit difficult to see, so the ring and the rest of it, you can see how you can see it better.
I'm going to give directions to the camera because I can see what you want me to see, and then I can tell Gail, who is of course behind the scenes, to show me what I want to see when I want to see what you want to show us. Haha, that was interesting.
Moet ik het nog even uitleggen? Nee, ik bedoel aan jou in het Nederlands.
No, I know.
Okay.
I know how you
Okay.
work because I love how you
Okay.
work. So again, a clean side of the brush and a little bit of product
Yes. The little kiss.
behind
Mwah.
the apex.
Then I go to the right corner of the
Top
cuticle.
shot.
And I, how do you call it? I use the right side
Yeah.
of my brush. And you can see a little, like an
Swirl of product.
Swirl, yes, a little swirl. And you don't push it anymore. So you go to the left side, the little kiss. Go to the left side of the cuticle, and you do the same move on the left side. So I'm using the outsides of the brush
I
on the
think
left and on the
I know
right.
how I can show that, but first finish this nail.
Yeah.
So right side, left side.
Yeah. Then under the apex, over the free edge, checking if it's right on the left and right side. And if it's done into the lamp.
I'm just getting something from a little bit further down the studio to show the people what I think you want to show us.
Yeah, or otherwise I can draw it on Top Shot.
I think I have a tool for this. So hello, here I am. This is the nail. Do we agree that this is the nail? Yeah. So the nail here has the cuticle, the apex, the free edge. The nail has a curvature. The brush is flat. So we start looking from your profile. This is the brush. Kissing the apex of the nail. Yeah, kissing. So kissing. Anyhow, then we angle the brush towards the side, and we use the side of the brush to pull the product. Going back, use the side of the brush to pull the product, leaving here the product on the nail.
And it pushes to the apex. So
And
you
you-
create a little bit of apex by using the brush like that.
Yeah, so again, here we have the nail. So you're pushing and pulling, and because of the area between here, where the product is, you're actually pushing it upward in the center of the body of the nail.
Yes.
So,
Nou, you did well.
yeah, I pay attention.
Applaus voor Pepijn. Okay, next nail. So, the back is clean. A little bit of clean. Clean. And here I got my product. So, the kiss. Go to the cuticle.
And then you can see also, pay attention how the brush angles on the side. Yeah. And now again, she angles it on the side and it leaves in the center almost a line of product that you then smooth out. This is actually very similar to the way May did nails and started to do nails a long time ago. From the middle, a line, and then outward. But now you push in the line from the sides. The kiss of Pepijn. Well, yeah, I'm still a little bit, have a little cold, so sometimes I'm cracking up a little bit, but that's... Magda says it's important for this application, for the refill, to leave the product in the right empty place of the nail. Yeah, to leave it where you need to have it.
Yeah.
And that nail, of course, that I used had a very nice C-curve, Deborah, I understand, but your C-curves are deeper. They are. And we can do another.
Yeah, we already did that.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
oh, okay, then we
But
can do
the
another.
Yeah, we do another nail. We can do it again. Okay, the back is clean. In front we have the drop. We give them a little kiss. Mwah. Your kiss is better. I'm going to the cuticle to the right side.
Angle the brush and go. Boom.
Tapata. You see here is nothing left of product. And when I push it like that, it pushes up to the apex.
And you stroke it down.
Exactly. And I use my brush flat. Side shot.
Yeah,
What is he?
yeah.
Like this. Not like that. Always like this. Also with the gel polish. I always use the brush like this. Not like that.
Yeah, so that you leave the product. It's important that you do this because you actually want to leave the product in between the brush and the nail surface. If you do like this, then you're pulling the product off of the nail surface or creating dents and low spots. So, like kiss, and
Kiss and ride.
kiss and ride, like at Schiphol Airport. Is it important to seal the free edge of the nails? That was a question I saw in the comments.
No, then it doesn't, dat hoeft niet meer.
That's not necessary anymore.
And you don't get a strakke nagel.
So it's important. Well, Milan says that is not necessary anymore. Of course, you use gel polish bond, and the quality of the products are so good that you don't need to seal the edge of the nail. Actually, she's going to refile the shape of the nail after everything is done. So it's a pointless thing because you always also lose a little bit the shape. Are you using, Milane, Azra is asking, are you using the same technique also when you apply rubber base or fiber coat gel?
No, fiber coat has to level by himself. So the fiber coat and the rubber base similar almost, but fiber coat no, it's thicker. Blushes also otherwise use another technique. So I prefer, of course you have to check the nail of the client, whether you use building base or fiber or rubber base or another product. But this technique is for the building base, yeah.
But if you like to work with fiber coat, don't forget that in the month of March, Fibercoat is our product of the month. And then we have a whole month to show you different techniques with Fibercoat, both in the Dutch shows as in the English shows. And I think I should invite perhaps Milena again to show how she works with Fibercoat in a super easy and efficient way, because efficient is one of the core values of magnetic nail design. So, there is now a curve, or there's an overlay on the natural nails. Are you now going to file them?
No, we are not going to file it. We also not remove the sticky layer. We go further by the color. We're going to apply the gel polish color.
So, straight on to the gel polish color, and that's going to be Mont Blanc Blue.
Mont Blanc Blue.
Mont Blanc Blue.
Mont Blanc Blue. Yeah, 3 nails Mont Blanc Blue. And 2 fingers broke but happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love to be happy. Not
Yeah.
broke, but happy.
Yeah. Now, because I apply the product and in the salon it goes a little bit faster. In the salon I don't push the cuticle back because I work very fast, so the time... Het wordt een beetje een lang verhaal. Ik zeg, in de salon
Ja?
push ik niet meer de cuticle naar achter als voordat
Ja?
ik de kleur aanbreng.
Okay.
Tijdens de lessen doe ik dat wel, omdat er meer tijd tussen zit. Dan zakt hij iets
Ja.
meer, maar in de salon, bam, ga ik door.
So, what Milena wants to say is that when she's giving a class in gel polish, she now pushes back the cuticle again, because there's a lot of time between the application of the cover building base and the actual gel polish application. In the salon, however, she doesn't do this, because she continues to work and the cuticle doesn't have the time to fall back or go downward again. So, we're going straight to the gel polish application then.
Yes. Okay, the same as the building base I do with the colors.
So, also kissing the nail?
Yes.
Oh, we should have a gel polish kiss the nail. Yes, in honor of Milena.
The back of the brush is clean and here a little drop.
Oh, it's a beautiful color, eh?
A little bit of kiss. I only press near
This
the
is
cuticle.
from the Picnic in France collection. Eh? Oh, it's one of my favorite commercials.
And when I'm at the right side, I leg mijn kwastje neer.
Yeah, then you flatten your brush to the surface.
Yeah, and I don't move it. Only I
Pull
trek het
it.
naar voren.
You only pull it to the front.
Yeah.
So she's not moving the bulk of the product, she's just pulling the product to the front. So with a flat brush, flat
Yeah.
to the surface, just softly going, smoothing out the surface of the nail. And then if needed, just clean a little bit in the cuticle. I love this color. Love it, love it, love it.
Mag in de lamp. I forgot to tell you, I will show you with the ring finger. When I apply the product of the color, of the gel color, near the cuticle, if it's okay, it's okay. You don't apply more product. I will show you, then you understand what I am saying. The gel polish must cure 30 seconds, so we have some little time to chit-chat.
Lisette is asking, Pepijn, is blue a difficult color to do the homework? Well, Lisette, for you, if you don't know Lisette, I do know Lisette. She's one of our very loyal viewers, and she loves everything that's blue. So in honor of you, I have here my blue carafe of water. But blue could be a difficult color because it's very dark, so then you should be careful not to apply too thick. Or when you use a pastel blue, it's even a little bit trickier because the white pigment in the gel polish makes it feel a little bit more thick. So then you have to compensate by applying it a little bit thinner. But I know you know all of your blues, Lisette. I'm convinced of that. 30 seconds has come and passed.
I'm going to apply broke but not happy. Broke but happy, I mean. On the ring finger. The same. The back of the brush is clean. A little drop here.
Yeah, and see, it's just a little bit of gel polish. Thank you, Lilia, because on screen it looks like a lot,
No.
but it's actually very thin.
Yeah, the first layer is thin but deckant.
Thin but covering.
Yes, thank you. So I'm going to press on the brush near the cuticle.
Fanning out the hair.
And when it's done, it's done. You don't get here anymore. I'm going to
so
the right.
you keep off of that part of the nail.
Yes.
So now you're concentrating on the body of the nail.
Yes.
Right, left.
Straight ahead.
Yeah, just pull it down. And now you see how thin it is, huh? Because this color, if you apply it very thin, could be a little bit translucent, which is no problem because you can get more coverage with the second coat of gel polish. And we go back in the light.
30 seconds.
And I see that some people say, oh, I would be a little bit scared to apply gel polish like this. This is actually how we used to do gel polish always. And later on, we started detailing around the cuticle, bringing it closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to the cuticle, to here, about here. But normal clients in the Dutch nail studios just like to have very nice, sharp, good nails. And it's not necessary to go 3 centimeters underneath the cuticle. No, that's not necessary. It's also not smart. The 30 seconds, of course, you have to stay for 30 seconds in the light. Anna Maria also says 30 secondi in lampada or something. But keep it for 30 seconds in the light. Don't take it out because then it can wrinkle. And when gel polish wrinkles, it means it's overcured on the surface and undercured underneath. So keep it, stay in the light, 30 seconds, get out, and continue, and we continue.
Yeah, and work nail for nail. Not do not think, oh, I can do 2 nails and then hup quickly to the twin light. No, that's not good. Nail by nail, because the gel pulls back. So work nail for nail.
And Diana is adding to the comments, could this also be applied with the triangle brush or the perfect polisher brush? Absolutely, Diana, you can choose that to use that. It depends a little bit on what you prefer and which technique you prefer. Magda says requires a little bit of feeling and practice. On the beginning you can use the triangle brush on first layer, but you can easily use brush from the bottle with experience. I completely agree with Magda. This way of coloring the nails is very easy and fast, Deborah said, but it all comes down to professionality and controlling your products. We will also do a show about all of the different brushes and the way you can use these brushes. I love to use the triangle brush for my first base application of color because I can really get as close to the cuticle as I want, maintaining a very thin coat. And I'm very used to that, but I only do one client every 3 months, and that takes me about 6 hours to do the gel polish on the natural nails. So I may not be really representative of a successful nail technician anymore. Yeah. And I do it for free. Well, in a way, because I do the nails of the boss. So, yeah.
The boss.
Depends on how you see it.
Okay, next nail. I use the Mont Blanc Blue. A little kiss. Mwah. Near the cuticle. I hold my breath.
Also has a little bit of purple in the blue. Huh? Yeah. It's like periwinkle and majestic. It's beautiful. It's just great. Leave the product at the cuticle zone of the nail. Just extend and pull the product over the apex to the hairline of the nail. You don't need to cover the free or the hairline. Just with a smooth, straight brush, and you'll get a very nice and even application.
Yeah, and do not press.
And don't press down. Petya says, and Petya is from Bulgaria, and she's the wife of our of Sotirios, who is our distributor, together with Petya, of course, says red and black is always done with the triangle brush. Well, that's very smart, Petya, although I also have a triangle brush specifically for red, and I even have one for Mace Choice Red, because it's for Mace nails, so Mace Choice nails bread, yeah, Mace Choice, because red is difficult to get out of the hair of your brush, and that's just the May brush, my May brush. Yeah. The last one, I think, already.
Yeah, the thumb gets 2 kisses.
How does that song go? Kisses for me, save all your kisses for me. Da 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 da, kiss kiss, gel polish. You can also see that the cuticle at this thumb is straighter, it's a more straight line, so you don't have to flare out your hair as much. you just go towards it and correct the straighter line with the tips of the hair.
So, second layer.
I think we do one nail with the second layer, and then I'll do the homework, because it's time for me to homework, and then you can continue.
Okay,
Is that a deal?
that's the deal.
Okay.
Hallo. Mag eruit. The second layer, the same as the first layer, a little bit more product.
A little bit fuller.
Yes. a
Can we
little
go
bit-
to side shots so that we can see how much product there actually is on the brush? Yes, I see a little bit more. So now is coverage.
Now it's coverage.
First
And you,
is curing.
you can correct where you want to correct it with near the cuticle. So, yeah, watch and see and learn.
Sabine loves this way of application. Go back to the top shot.
I'm sorry.
No,
Oh.
I tell this to Gil. But Sabine loves this way of application. And this is super efficient and fast in the salon. And you still have beautiful nails, because they're really beautiful.
Mag erin?
And going back into the light. Well, Milena is going to finish the other 4 nails. That means 2 nails with Broke But Happy and another 2 nails with Mont Blanc Blue. And I'll go with you through the homework. I think this is a correct moment. So your assignment: perform the refill of the gel polish nails as shown by Milena using a difficult color. Apply the gel polish perfectly and tight around the cuticles, but also create an easy nail art design on 2 nails. Pace yourself and work efficiently and challenge yourself. So take yourself out of your comfort zone. You have 2 weeks to complete this task, that is until January 31st, and upload your homework using the link that you can find in the album Gel Polish in Refill. If you are not sure how to upload your homework, go to the group International Nail Talk, and here you can see how it works. We have this video also in the group. So here you can see the albums indicated with the red arrow, and then you choose your e-workshop. On the top is the newest, and then you go to the comments section. Click, and there you see the link that you can use to sign up and upload your homework. You first have to fill in your email address, then you'll get a confirmation email address where you have to fill in your data, but that video is on the group and you can double check or ask your local distributor how it works, and they will help and assist you. You can always also contact myself or Jessica or Gillian or Milena or one of the magnetic trainers to help and assist you. Well, if you've done all that, of course, you get your e-certificate, and that's a cool certificate to show your clients that you did this training, this class, together with Milena, because this is actually an online class, especially for you. But we always choose 3 winners per workshop, and they get a prize. Where you are from is not important. You will have a chance to win this prize. The Perfect Polisher, Mont Blanc Blue Gel Polish, Broke But Happy, Liner Gel White, the Gold Foil Kit, and a paper palette book. So if this is not just amazing and rocking your world, this prize, then I don't know what is. E-workshops. The month of January is half done by now. So next week, Joanna is flying down from Dublin to take us into the marvelous world of doing ombre nails using gel polishes in all different ways and different characteristics. So we have glitter gel polish, we have glass gel polishes, we have normal gel polishes, we have acrylic powder. What's that doing over there? And Joanna is showing everything with a little hint, a touch of Valentine's Day, because that's around the corner. We're closing the month of January with Jessica coming here, and Jessica, our Dutch queen of nail art, is going to show us how to do easy gel polish nail art techniques. Something that Milena will also show us tonight, but Jessica just takes it a little step, a big step, further. That is the queen of nail art and my co-host or nail tech at the nail table at the end of the month. We do all of this because, of course, the product of the month this month is gel polish. We love gel polish. We are gel polish. We need gel polish. Whether you kiss it or not, gel polish now with 20% discount, available not only in the Netherlands but throughout Europe with all of the magnetic distributors. So if you want to get accustomed to the gel polishes by Magnetic, if you want to try them, this is the moment for you to do. And this Mont Blanc Blue, as I mentioned, it's my one of my favorite collections, and that's because I love to do the commercial. In these cold days, it's now about 0 degrees here in Holland. We had a lot of snow yesterday and today as well. And we are chilling, we're cold, and we're thinking about spring. And we're thinking about the warmer days ahead of us. And we're thinking about having a picnic with our loved ones with just a soft memory of a vacation in France. I skip into Dutch. It just makes you happy. It makes me happy, this commercial. The lovely music and just walking in a forest and enjoying yourself. The only thing missing in this commercial is our fantastic French beauty, Sabine. And I agree with you, Pernilla. That's another idea for the future. The Rouge Red, a lovely color. I agree, Esther. The homework has to be done on 5 nails. You don't need to do 10 nails, but if you need to elongate one of the nails because it's broken, of course you can do so, Bianca, and please tell the person that asked. Let's go back to the table and Milena.
Now I'm going to show you a very, very, very easy, very fast nail art. My clients are loving this art because it's fast, now they think it's not easy, but it's fast and altijd leuk.
And always fun.
Helemaal gaan uit. I use the sticky layer. I'm going to do Broke But Happy. And I have on my paper palettes a little bit of Mont Blanc blue.
Yeah, so the color that you used on the other nails.
Yes, liner gel white and some gold foil. And I'm using the Perfect Polisher.
Okay, but what happened with your hair? You didn't pay attention when you put back the cap on the brush? Because I see your crooked hair. It reminds me of my moustache. Do you see?
No, I don't see.
On your brush. Check your brush.
This brush. Ah, the brush.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to fix my eyes because I don't see it good anymore.
Yeah, she needs glasses. We have to accept sometimes that we get into another phase in our life.
I get an
But
appointment.
luckily we have more experience, more knowledge, and more love for each other.
So it's okay now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to apply a little bit of Mont Blanc Blue on the Perfect Polisher.
Un petit peu.
Un petit peu, un poco, un poquito. Kijk, een heel klein, a little bit of Mont Blanc Blue. And then I push off the most of the product. So it's getting a very thin layer
Yeah.
with almost a dry,
And you're working on the
brush.
sticky surface.
yes. And then you can apply almost with your eyes closed, where you think you like it.
Just almost like gravity.
Yes.
Cool. That really connects it to each other. And nail art doesn't need to be difficult. For most clients, it shouldn't be too much, but just a little bit, a soft
Yeah,
abstract.
I know most of my colleagues are think not like less is more, but more is more. But my clients prefer less is more. It's a little bit.
Yeah, cool. Aletta is now also busy because she's working on her nail art that she wants to send in for the nail battle competition, the nail competition organized by Wendy Fink that did, of course, Dermatalk for the Dutch shows. And I'm already in contact with Wendy also to ask Dermatalk for these English international e-workshops. So probably we're going to film that in the course of the next month, and then we will start showing that also in these e-workshops, and we're going to build up the content of these shows a little bit more. So there's a lot more coming from Nail Talk Live and Magnetic Nail Design. Yeah, so this is very thin, doesn't need to cure very long.
Now, I cleaned my brush, my Perfect Polisher, in a drop of base and top. And then I put some little bit of liner gel white on my brush. It reminds me to the one-stroke flowers,
Yeah.
but it's not a flower. It's very easy. And you apply some white liner gel where you think you like it.
Oh yeah, it's difficult to see because it almost looks like the highlight of the light, but now I see it, I see it. Yeah, so you're cutting it in.
Yes.
Cute, cool.
It's, yeah, a little bit of gravity on the nail. And you can prefer 2 nails, you can do 4 nails, you can do 5 nails.
But for the homework, you need to do 2 nails.
Yes, for the homework 2 is...
And it doesn't need to be the same type of nail art, but it should be an easy, doable, efficient nail art.
Fast and easy.
And that's different for everybody.
And so you can earn easily your salary, your money. Because when they do 4 nails, 5 nails or €5 a nail, so 20 euros above the 50 euros, so 70 euros.
For the art.
45 minutes. No.
Well,
that's
very nice. Gusta is asking, can this also be done with gel polish? Well, certainly it can be done, Gusta, with gel polish. The liner gel white is a little bit more sturdy. It's a little bit more tacky. It's almost a paste. With a gel polish white is white, it will become a little bit more transparent, but that could be completely what you meant it to be. So it's possible. However, I have to say that the liner gel black and white are total must-haves in the magnetic range. So you need to get them, or do your homework, win the prize, and then you will get them, and then you will love them, and then you know why I say that you have to get them. Absolutely. Aleid is asking, why are you using liner gel and not the whitest white gel polish, Milene Imming? Well, I already explained that a little bit, but do you have another thing to add?
No, I agree with what you are saying. Liner gel white is a very high colorish color, and the gel polish is thinner, so the color is not so
bright.
Yeah. Now I apply a little thin layer of base and top because I'm going to apply the gold foil.
Yeah.
And
so are you doing the base and top over the whole nail, or where you want to apply the gold foil?
Where I want to apply, because it's just that weinig.
Just a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
You use it as glue.
Yeah. Oké, ik heb mijn tool niet. I don't have my tool, so now I'm using the wooden stick.
And does it have to be hand-painted nail art, or can you also use stamping to do the gel polish, the homework for your class?
Yeah, if you think that is fast and easy, when I'm doing stamping, I am... It takes too long when I do stamping.
Same with me. But if you love and do a lot of stamping, do stamping.
Yeah. And you apply the gold foil where you prefer.
So yes, you can use stamping. I hear that I wasn't very clear, but you can use stamping. And the good thing with this gold foil is that it's very thin. It breaks when it goes on the nail, so you can pull it apart a little bit, and then you have control of the size of the flecks of gold.
Yeah.
Luella says, very nice combination, Milene, with little stars in her eyes. Of course, Nadia said something very cool. You cannot live without liner gel. Wait a minute. You cannot live without a little magnetic in your life. Well, thank you, Nadia. I completely agree. And and Pernilla says, is there a not must-have magnetic product? No, there's not, Pernilla. Tracy says, this is such a fun, easy, quick studio nail art. This is also said by Katerina. Very nice and quick nail art. So easy yet, but not so neat. I don't understand. Effie, so easy.
Not to eat? You can't eat it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, cool. Yeah, and of course you have to be careful that you don't want too many of these elements, because then it will take a longer time and it's not that fast anymore. So choose. Aurora loves this type of nail art. It's a very efficient way of using your products, of course. Just a little tiny bit, and you create on the Broke But Heavy a different look so that it fits easier or better to the Mont Blanc blue next to it. Just a little bit of white to highlight it, a gold fleck here, a gold fleck there, here a fleck, there a fleck, everywhere a fleck, and then we're done and finished, I think. Are we finished?
We are finished, so I'm going to use the Supreme Finish Top Gel, because that is my favorite.
But before we go to the Supreme Finish Top Gel, I have to tell you, remember that the Top Gel application creates about 15 to 20% of the bulk of the nail. So be careful when you apply the Top Gel. The Top Gel can make or break the nail. So don't apply too thin, then you will get little spotches. Don't apply too thick, because then the surface is not smooth or it runs into the cuticle. Shake it before use to blend the UV filter to prevent spots. So the Top Gel, we often think, oh, now Top Gel, quick. No, pay attention to Top Gel just as much as you pay attention to the rest of the nails. So I've said my say. Let's go to Millet.
Millet. That's a new name. I'm going to apply the Supreme Finish. Not too much. Not too weinig.
Henny says this is very nice. Tomorrow she will try this on her own nails. Well, show a photo in the group. So.
And I do the same, like the building and the color.
Yeah.
Only a little bit of more product with the Supreme Finish. And some of them prefer to held hem op zijn kop.
Yeah, some people prefer to hold the nail upside down or in panic position during doing this, so that it remains in the middle part of the nail. Milena doesn't like to do that.
No, I don't like that.
Because she gets all turned up herself.
Helemaal ondersteboven.
Yeah, she totally heads on toes. She gets lost when she goes up and down. And I have the same thing. Sometimes I get a little bit dizzy and I think, ooh, what am I doing now?
So I prefer this way. The kiss.
Again, yes.
To the right. To the left. Apply over the free edge. Wait 2 seconds and in the lamp.
So you freeze the Top Gel, and then after the last nail, then you give it the full cure of a minute to 1.5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
Ja, mag het.
It's a clear product, so that means that you can always freeze it. Everything that's clear cures fast. Gusta is using the True Color Top Gel, but sometimes it turns dull. It gets a little bit more dull. What could be the reason for this? Well, Gusta, the True Color Top Gel is very thin. It's even thinner than the Supreme Finish. So if you want to create an extra barrier or an extra protection against dulling, then of course you could apply a second coat of True Color Top Gel, 2 very thin coats. You can also, it's also important, if you get out of the light after the full cure of 1 to 1.5 minutes is done, you go out the light and just let it cool a little bit before you use cuticle oil or wash your hands or use a scrub, because that hardens the surface and gives a better shine. So the True Color Top Gel is a little bit more sensitive than the Supreme Finish, but of course the main benefit of the True Color Top Gel is that the color remains true in color. So there's no blue filter, so it stays how it should be. Milena is waiting on me, so I'm the person here creating the loss of time.
Yeah, and I want to say something about the true color of the, want ze bedoelde dat hij dan mat, dat hij
Ja,
dof wordt, hè?
dof, ja.
You can use underneath the true color or the supreme finish because a little layer of base and top. If you first you do the color, you do the base and top, and then the true color top gel. I have clients who are working in a hair salon, most of the time with their hands in the water. So the glans,
shine.
the shine, is getting dof. Wat was het woord dof?
Dull.
Dull. If you use base and top underneath, then it gets shining. It stays shining. But think that if you use 2 layers top gel, you have to apply file a little more old product away. Then you use dit wordt een heel verhaal. Dat je rekening houdt dat er 2 lagen top gel opkomen, dat die nagel niet te massief wordt.
So if you want to use this tip, so base and top underneath the True Color top gel or 2 coats of True Color top gel, take that into consideration while filing down the nails during the refill, because it will take more space when you use 2 layers instead of 1. So to prevent the nail from becoming thicker, you need to thin it out a little bit more, compensate for the top gel.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're my translator.
I love to be your translator. Just take me with you to Hoorn. Beautiful area in Holland. If you're ever in Holland, in the Netherlands, visit Hoorn because it's just beautiful. It's on the IJsselmeer, which used to be a sea, and it's a beautiful, beautiful city. Beautiful gel polish set, Milene, Monica tells you. A lot of fun, says Lerke, because Nadia said you don't make money if a pen is in the salon and talking. Well, you can talk and work at the same time. Eh? I certainly can, sometimes. And Svetlana says, where is she? Where are you? I saw you just now. That she has fresh inspo for tomorrow's clients. So people are going to use your designs immediately tomorrow when they're in the salon. At which nail are you now?
I'm with the thumb.
Already. Okay, so this means that it now has to cure for 1.5 minutes, Milena.
Yeah.
And you have to let it cool down a little bit.
Yes.
So that means that I have a perfect opportunity to do what I'm good at, namely talking. And that is about the homework. So the homework tonight is do the refill of the gel polish nails as shown by Milena this evening using a difficult color. Apply the gel polish perfectly and tie it around the cuticles and create a nail art design on 2 nails. Pace yourself and work efficiently. If you didn't completely understand this, of course, this Friday, this e-workshop will be made available with subtitles through the distributors so that you can double check whether or not you understood everything. Because Europe is, of course, many countries, many different languages, and we need to facilitate every single one of you. And you have 2 weeks to do your homework, so you can wait until Friday, because the deadline is on January 31st. Upload your homework using the album that you can find in the group. Check how you can find that album in the little video that you can also find the group. Jessica will contact you when you need a second chance or there's room for improvement. And don't forget to make step-by-step photos and one final result photo. If you do that, of course, you will receive your e-certificate, which is already a present in itself because you can put it on the wall, collect them. In Holland, we have people that have whole walls filled with e-workshops because I think, Gil, that we did about almost 175 e-workshops in Holland, something like that. At least 175, perhaps 200, and certificates. But now you can also earn your certificate or win this amazing prize. Gold foil kit, 2 gel polishes, Mont Blanc Blue Broke But Happy, the perfect polisher, which is just the awesomest brush there is, liner gel white, and of course the paper palette book. And all of these products are an absolute must-have and a way for you to fall in love with magnetic nail design and of course Nail Talk Live. This was my story and closure. We have to go back to the star of this evening, the gel polish queen in Holland, Milene Imming.
Uh-oh. So they cured 1.5 minutes. They cooled down. So now I'm going to check with my file the side walls and the free edge. I'm going to push if there's some product
Yeah.
on the skin. I always laat hem even er langs glijden.
Yeah, she always just corrects it a little bit with the file, just going around the edges of the nail. Trevor, you're asking, does she cure the thumb separately or all 5 at once?
No.
Well, what I normally do, I do the 4 fingers. They easily go in the twin light. And then the thumb I take when I do the full cure of the hand. So I apply the top gel on the thumb and then I go in the light, position the hand correctly. And then it all cures perfectly because the lights in the twin lights are exactly at the right space. However, if you have clients that need a little bit of assistance, we also have the bottom plates for the twin light. Keep your twin light clean, and that has little indentations for your fingers. Bianca Freigang made a beautiful video on how to use the Keep Your Twin Light Clean, and it doesn't only keep your twin light clean, but it also makes sure that the hand of your client is positioned correctly in the light. Because we all have this client. This is the twin light, they go in the light and they put their hands like this, or like that, or like this. Well, that's a little bit difficult, but or like this, or like that. So this tells your hand exactly, this is how you should go in the light. Keep your twin light clean, only by magnetic. Some people are already going to bed because they're a little bit tired.
We're
And
almost done.
are you? Yes, I know you're almost done. So how far along are you, Milena?
I'm done.
Are you done?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So perhaps it's best because we only see 4 nails that I just zoom out a little bit. You don't know this perhaps, but if we do the zooming in and zooming out during the show, it's me who does that. And I do that with a little app. And that's because Jaap created this so that I'm able to do this. And the strange thing is I cannot find my app now while I'm talking, but I will find it. And if you don't know, if you didn't watch the Dutch e-workshops, I always go the wrong direction. No.
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
I cannot find my app. I will zoom in, out a little bit manually. I don't know what I did. So let's go a little bit. And also now I go the wrong way. Because then we can see the whole hand, perhaps. Here we see a beautiful hand done with gel polish and with a nice, cute nail art, very done, very efficiently, very cute. And just, Anouk, angle your hands a little bit elegantly, but we want to see the nails. Perhaps side shot, Gil. Side shot. Oh, take away the file and,
Yes,
and
I am
the
sorry.
things in the background.
Hoppata.
Yeah. And find the middle. Bring it to a beautiful pose. And there we go. 3, 2, 1. Screenshot. I missed it. Screenshot. I still don't have my high voice back yet. Haha, I cracked up. But that's not important because we saw beautiful nails. Beautiful. Thank you, Milena.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I hope you like my design. And I hope I can inspire you with my skills. And I'm looking forward to see your homework. So thank you very much.
And I promise you next week a better screenshot, a better control of my voice, and another interesting e-workshop. I love this one. I love Milena. I think she's the example of how you can be a successful businesswoman / nail technician, how to use your time efficiently, use your product efficiently, and book your clients efficiently. I always love to see and hear and listen to Milena, so I'm very happy that she came here to be my second guest. Next week, of course, Joanna from Ireland is here, and then we'll go into the world of ombre, or in my time, fading and blending, but nowadays ombre techniques. I want to thank Gillian behind the scenes, because he's my trusted right hand, making all of this possible every single time again. Milena, thank you once more for doing and showing your techniques here.
You're welcome. I
Do you
enjoyed
have
it.
one last thing to tell the audience?
Yes, I have had fun. It was a party to be here, and I hope you enjoyed it too. So thank you very much for watching. And I'm sorry that my English is not so very well, but I really enjoyed it.
Your English was just perfect. I
Yeah.
also want to thank Anouk for being our model today, and I want to thank you for watching. Please make your homework, share, tell people where they can find Nail Talk Live, share our love for nails, share our passion for nails, share our love for magnetic nail design. And if you need anything, if you want information on how to become a distributor, if you want information about the products, if you want to know where you can find a distributor, do not hesitate and send me an email. You can send an email to info, so that's info at magneticnaildesign.com. Info at magneticnaildesign.com, or send me a messenger notification here on Facebook, and I will get back in touch with you. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening. Look out to your weekend. Thank you for being here, and we will go out with a bang with pop art by Magnetic. And nothing is happening. Oh, hello. So, we're going to my home. And because it's winter now, winter's eve, I have here a script, and I just looked at the wrong image. Isn't that just bad? We're going out with a winter's eve, perfectly suitable for this season and this moment in time. Thank you again. See you soon. See you at Nail Talk Live.
Tell him, Todd, tell him. Tell him, Todd, tell him.